Lying down, any comfortable position for you. Let's take a moment here to connect to the earth, feeling the earth beneath you, feeling the touch points of your body on the earth. And with every exhale, maybe you're able to soften and let go of any tension that you feel here in your body, in your mind. Releasing anything that you don't need, your day, your week, any thoughts that don't serve you. Perhaps on your exhale, you allow them to go. Maybe imagine sending them down into the earth, allowing the earth to take them away. Is there anything that you are ready to release, to let go of, something that no longer serves you? Number 2, allow death. Things die when they have nothing left to teach you. Let it go. Let it go. So taking deep inhales in through your nose into the diaphragm, allowing the diaphragm to expand, and long, slow exhales out. So as we let go of things that no longer serve us, it doesn't mean that they didn't serve us at one point, that they weren't important at some point in our lives. It just means that they're no longer needed. Maybe it's old parts of ourselves, old habits or thoughts. We may even let go of relationships that no longer serve us. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's just some way of thinking. Allow it to go. So, as we move through our practice today, please remember to listen to your body. Only do what's comfortable for you today. If we come into a shape that doesn't feel right, please feel free to come out. Find any kind of resting pose that feels best for you, and then join us again whenever you are ready. So let's make some small movements in fingers and toes. Rolling around wrists and ankles. Find any movements that feel best for you today. And then perhaps hugging both knees in towards your chest, maybe rocking from side to side. And then slowly in your own time, rolling over to one side, whichever side is calling for you. And then gently making your way up to seated. So any comfortable seated position for you. All right. And we'll start with some circles in the body. So maybe you're making big circles in the torso, maybe it's small circles, listening to your body today. Perhaps you can arch your back behind you and just kind of checking in, see what's going on this morning. And then let's go in the opposite direction if you haven't already. And gently making your way back to center. We'll roll the shoulders up towards the ears and the back and down the spine. Bring the arms out towards the side, palms face forward. As you inhale, roll the shoulders down, lift the heart, imagine a string pulling the heart up towards the sky. And as you exhale, round the spine, maybe give yourself a hug. Arms wrap around you, however it's comfortable. Moving with your own breath. Inhale to open, kind of like big butterfly wings. And exhale to round. Okay, so let's go one more time in each direction. Then gently coming back to center. We'll find a tailor pendulum swing. So let's place the right hand on the earth, left palm turns up towards the sky. Reaching that left arm up and over, find length along the left side body. So this right hand can come out as far as you feel comfortable. And on your inhale, come back to center. And exhale, come over to the other side. We want to roll that top shoulder back and down the spine. Reach the fingers nice and long. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we'll come over to the first side once again. And maybe you sink a little bit further into this pose, keeping both hips on the earth. And to move to the other side, we're actually going to allow that top hand, the left hand, to reach forward across the front of our body as we slowly shift over towards the other side. Left hand comes to the earth beside you, right arm reaches up and over. Let's do that a few more times. Right hand reaches along the front of your body over towards the right side. Left arm sweeps up and over. And back over towards the other side. Let's sweep both arms towards the front of the body. Reach out nice and long. And then bring both arms up towards the sky. Come on up to seated. Reach the arms high. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's clasp the hands. Turn the palms out. Reach the arms out. Round the back. Arms reach away. On your next inhale, bring the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, reaching the arms over towards one side. Inhaling back to center and exhaling over to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, let's release the arms down by our sides. All right, so we're gonna find a wide-legged seat here. Okay, so legs come out wide. I've already done one class today, but my brain is still not on. Okay, legs are out wide. We're gonna activate the feet, so slightly curl back the toes. Find your sit bones sitting up nice and tall. Okay, and we're just gonna find some movement here. So you're gonna take your arms, you're gonna reach over towards one foot, keep the feet active, reach along through the middle and over towards the other side. And then let's go back and forth here, reaching towards one foot and then the other. So only go as far as you feel comfortable. You might be up tall. See if when you come forward, if you can hinge from your hips rather than trying to round to reach. Keeping a flat back here. So we'll go one more time in each direction. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands down by our sides. Tucking the left foot in, keeping the right foot out towards the side. We're going to turn our hips towards that right foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips, send the hands forward, allow them to come down wherever's comfortable. Keeping the right foot active. Okay, we're gonna reach over, kind of like we did earlier, reaching forward. The left hand reaches forward. We're gonna swing all the way around. Left hand comes to the earth. Right arm reaches up. Perhaps you come up onto that left knee. I apologize to Sheila. She's already done this morning. Exhale, let's come back down. Scoop your body all the way towards that right side once again and fold. And again, allow the arms to reach forward and around. The left hand comes to the earth. Maybe you reach up, hips come up, possibly. And exhale, slowly come back down. We'll switch over to the other side. Left leg comes long, right foot comes in. We're going to turn our hips towards that left foot, activating the foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine, reach. Exhale, hinging from the hips, reach forward. Ooh, each side will feel different. So the aim here is to allow the heart to reach towards the toes rather than trying to round the spine, trying to get the nose towards the knee. So finding length in your spine here. All right, let's find that movement. So the right arm reaches forward and across over to the right side. Maybe you reach up and over, perhaps, whoops, you come up onto the knee. And slowly lower back down. Scoop all the way around, reach the heart forward, reach, reach, reach till you make it to the left side again. And one more time, reaching towards the front of your mat, reach around, right hand to the right side, left arm reaches up. And slowly make your way back down. Okay, let's bring both feet together, a butterfly pose. So soles of the feet together, activating the feet, knees come out to the sides, just as far as you feel comfortable. Okay, and then we're going to find that circle here in the body, in the upper body once again, keeping the feet together. Maybe the knees kind of rock from side to side, whatever feels best for you. could be rocking on the hips. You could be staying kind of in the middle. And then making your way in the other direction. All right, so let's come back to center. Keeping the feet together. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinging from the hips and the heart forward. So find your breath, taking deep inhales and long, slow exhales. Number 16, give. Give someone all the things you wish someone had given you. Or maybe I invite you today to give yourself whatever it is you need during this practice. Maybe it's kindness, love, compassion. Okay, one more round of breath here. And then slowly making your way back up. Let's come into a tabletop pose. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Gripping your fingers into the earth. All right, this is your opportunity to give yourself what you need. What kind of movements do you need in your body here? It could be in and out of child's pose, C shape, cat cow. All right, let's come back to center here. And then we're going to bring the right leg out towards the side. So it's up to you. Foot can be flat on the earth, or maybe you extend that right leg out long. Okay, foot to the earth. And then find some cat-cow movements here around the spine. Tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, and then move in the opposite direction. Tailbone comes down towards the sky, heart shines through. I'm just moving at your own pace. All right, gently make your way back to a flat back. And then we're gonna reach the right arm up towards the sky, trying not to collapse in on the left arm. You may even reach that top arm up and back behind you. And then gently bringing the right hand back down towards the earth. We're gonna have a little doggy friend here with us. Left arm comes out towards the side, perhaps up towards the sky. Gently bringing that left hand down towards the earth. And so it's up to you. You can keep the leg out towards the side, or maybe you tuck it back underneath you coming into tabletop. We're gonna come into a variation of a child's pose. So let's curl the back toes under. So left toes under, sitting the hips back, arms come out nice and long. Maybe the forehead comes down to the earth. Maybe it doesn't. And find your breath. Find your breath. I keep saying that. Connect to your breath. The breath is not lost. Connect to the breath. All right, slowly come back up onto your hands. Hands come out in front. Come back into your tabletop pose if you aren't already there. And then extending the left leg out towards the side. Again, knee can be bent, leg can be straight, foot to the earth. Find your cat-cow movements here. Going back to a flat back. So we want to make sure the right hand is under the right shoulder here. And then bringing the left arm up towards the sky, maybe even back behind you, opening the heart up. Trying not to collapse in on the right arm. And then slowly bring the left hand back under the left shoulder. Right arm comes out towards the side, perhaps up towards the sky. Right hand comes back down to the earth. Okay, so again, option leg can stay out long, or you bring the left knee back underneath you into tabletop. Curl the toes of the right foot under. Send the hips back. Reach the arms out long. And see if you can melt your heart down towards the earth. Gently making your way back up, coming into tabletop pose. All right, and then let's step the right foot forward between the hands. And the left foot follows, coming into a forward fold. So as much of a bend in your knees as you need, so there's no discomfort in the low back, backs of your thighs. Allow the upper body to dangle. Perhaps you grab a hold of opposite elbows, maybe even sway from side to side, releasing any tension you feel in your neck. Release, let go. All right, so from here, let's come into a halfway lift. Hands come to shins or thighs, finding a flat back here. Crown of the head reaches forward. Draw the navel in. Find equal weight in the four corners of your feet. And exhale, forward fold. Let's bring the arms out towards the side with a flat back, reverse swan dive up into extended mountain. Arms reach high, soften the shoulders. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Find your mountain pose, feet are hip distance apart. Squeezing the inner thighs. Crown of the head reaches high, softening the shoulders back and down your spine, perhaps turning the palms towards the front of the room. Sorry, arms by your side. All right, feel strength here in your body. Strength moving all the way up from your feet to the crown of your head. On your inhale, reaching the arms up, extended mountain. Exhale, flat back, swan diving down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. We're going to take a big step back here with the left foot. So left foot's going to come parallel to the back of the mat. Front heel perhaps intersects with the middle of the back foot. Windmilling the arms up, coming into warrior two. So we're squaring the hips towards the side, the long edge of the mat, arms coming out long. Perhaps looking over the front hand, past the fingers, find a place to focus on. Just real quick check here, sorry. Make sure your knee is over your ankle in line with your second toe. And then look again over the front arms or the front arm. Arms, we have more than one arm apparently, reaching forward. Okay. Warrior two. All right, let's find a reverse warrior. Back hand comes down, front palm turns up. We're gonna reach up and over from the waist. Opening the heart up towards the sky. This left hand perhaps comes towards the low back. Still bending into that front knee. Windmilling the arms back to warrior two. Feel strength in that front leg. All right, we're going to straighten that front leg and then turn both feet so that they're parallel to the short edges of the mat. Bringing your hands to your hips. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinging from the hips, folding forward. So hands come wherever is comfortable. Maybe it's thighs, shins, blocks, or the earth. And soften. Softening the upper body as the lower body stays engaged. Imagine squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. Notice what happens in your legs. Oh. Okay, we're gonna come into a halfway lift here. So kind of making a flat back. If you need to, grab blocks to place underneath your hands. If your hands don't come to the earth, you can even bring your hands to your waist or your thighs if you need to. Okay, so we're gonna send the right hand out underneath our face. Okay, so we're making kind of like an L shape in the body, but right hand's underneath the face, maybe on a block, reaching the left arm up towards the sky. Left hand comes down towards the earth or the block. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. Right hand comes back down. And exhale, release the upper body down into that wide-legged forward fold. Okay, we're gonna do a little jig. I don't even know what to call it. So we're gonna come to seated. If you don't wanna follow me, you don't have to. You're gonna come right to seated. If you wanna follow me for something different, coming into that halfway lift. Okay, we place the left hand underneath the face. We turn the toes of the right foot back towards the front of the mat. You're going to shift your weight into that left hand. Send the left foot forward towards the front of the mat and then slowly lower down. All right, so we'll come to a boat pose. Sorry, Elizabeth. Extending the crown of the head up towards the sky. Squeeze the inner thighs. Maybe you reach both feet out in front. Maybe legs come long. You can always keep the arms on the earth if you wish, or the hands on the earth. Beautiful. Let's bring the feet back down. We're going to come into tabletop. So maybe you cross at the ankles, come forward into your tabletop pose, or however you feel comfortable getting there. Tabletop. Let's shift the weight forward, tuck the elbows and lower to the earth. Reach the legs long behind you and place the tops of the feet onto the earth. Find your variation of a back bend here. Maybe it's baby cobra, sphinx, full cobra. Shoulders roll away from the ears. Tuck the elbows in. And gently lower all the way to the earth. So either reverse push-up or tabletop, downward dog or puppy. If you're in your downward dog, maybe you pedal out your feet here. All right, let's shift back into our tabletop pose. We're gonna find all that on the other side. So left foot steps forward between the hands. Right foot comes forward to meet the left into a forward fold. Bringing the arms out towards the side. Nice flat back, reverse swan dive up into extended mountain. And exhale, bringing the hands to heart center. All right, so before we find the other side, I invite you to either lower or close your eyes. And take a moment to connect here with your body, with your breath. As we move through our practice, what is it that you can give to yourself? What is it that you need? What is it that you wish somebody would tell you or would give you? $1 million doesn't count. Is there a way you can give that to yourself and let go of the things that no longer serve you? Let's bring the hands by the sides into our mountain pose. On your inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold, stepping the right foot back. We're gonna find warrior two on this side. Right foot's parallel to the back of the mat. Front heel maybe intersects with the middle of the back foot, windmilling the arms up. Checking the front knee is over the ankle in line with the second or third toe, and then looking over that front arm. Feel the strength here in that front leg. Find your breath. Connect to your breath. It's going to be hard for me to stop saying find your breath. All right, reverse warrior, back hand comes down, front palm turns up. We're going to reach up and over from the waist, keep the hips where they are. Open the heart up towards the sky, soften that left shoulder. Maybe that right hand comes, or right arm comes behind the low back. Still bending into the front knee. Windmilling the arms back to warrior two. We're going to straighten the front leg, turn the feet, but this time let's turn both feet towards the corners of the mat. We're going to come into a goddess pose. So you're going to sit down as if you're sitting into a chair underneath you. Slight tuck of the tailbones and the tailbone down. Send the knees so they're over the ankles in line with the second or third toe. Okay, let's find our cactus arms here or goalpost arms. Feel the strength in your legs, strength in your goddess. Can you sink maybe a little bit further down? You got it. All right, let's push into the feet, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, star pose. Bring the hands to the waist, turn the feet so that they're parallel to the short edges of the mat. And exhale, hinging from the hips, wide-legged forward fold. All right, so this wide-legged forward fold, notice what you need maybe in the arms. If you wish, you can clasp the hands behind the low back, shoulders roll back and down the spine, and extend the arms up towards the sky. Releasing any tension you feel in your neck. Maybe you shake out the head. Okay, if the arms are up towards the sky, bend the elbows, release the arms down, either to the thighs or towards the earth. Okay, we're gonna find a bit of a side stretch here. So bringing your hands over toward your right leg. You may come to your thigh, your shin, maybe towards the earth, wherever you feel comfortable. Find length in your spine, lengthen the crown of the head forward, and then hinge from the hips towards that right leg. Releasing here, make your way over towards the left side. Hands come to somewhere on the leg. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding towards that left leg. Releasing here, come back to center. Find that halfway lift. Hands can come underneath the face, making a flat back. All right, we're gonna come to seated, remember? So you can follow me if you wish. Right hand is going to come underneath the face. Turn the toes of the left foot forward. Shift your weight into your right hand. Send the right foot forward. I'm gonna hover and then slowly lower the hips. Find your boat pose here. Find length in the spine, crown of the head reaches high, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Beautiful. And can you slowly lower down towards the earth? Take your time. Nice and slow. Feeling the body shake. High, all the way down to the earth. Beautiful. So from here, let's bring the feet mat distance apart, knees are bent. Perhaps windshield wipering the knees from side to side. All right, bringing the feet towards each other. They're about hip distance apart. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh, activating the right foot. Okay, so either pushing that right thigh away from you with your right hand or draw the legs in closer towards you, grabbing a hold of the left leg somewhere. Soften the shoulders, softening your hips down towards the earth. Taking deep inhales in through your nose, long, slow exhales out. Number 33, be poised. There is nothing that can stop you when you are aligned with your truth. Trust in your path. All right. So we're going to make our way up to seated if you can from the shape. If not, I mean, you can find another way up, whatever feels best for you. So if you're going to come from the shape, we're going to keep the feet active here and then find a rocking motion to come up to seated. Left foot's going to come to the earth. Maybe you bring the right hands down towards the earth. So we're in a seated figure 4. If you need to, you can start from seated. Left leg is out long, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Drawing that left foot to the earth, sitting up nice and tall. All right, so option, you can stay here, or you can find a 3-legged table. So on our 3-legged table, we turn the fingers towards the front of the mat, hands come down to the earth, rolling the shoulders back and down the spine. You're gonna push into the left foot, lift the hips, look up towards the sky. Slowly lowering the hips down towards the earth. All right, let's uncross the legs. Find your boat pose. Whatever variation of a boat feels best for you today. And then slowly, slowly, slowly lower. Take your time. All the way down to your back. All right, so we're gonna find that figure 4 on the other side, lying down first. So let's bring the feet to the earth, reposition the back flat on the earth. Activating the left foot, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. Maybe you push that thigh away. Or maybe you draw the legs in closer to you, grabbing a hold of the right leg somewhere. Soften the shoulders, softening the jaw, softening in the forehead. Taking deep inhales in through your nose and long, slow exhales out. Trust in your path. Be poised and trust in your path. What does that mean to you? All right, we're going to come up to seated. So maybe you find a rock and roll motion to come up to seated, or perhaps you roll over to one side. Come on up. You're going to find that figure 4 on this side. So maybe you're already there, or maybe it's right leg comes out long. Activate the left foot, cross the ankle over the right thigh. Bring the right foot to the earth, sitting up nice and tall. So imagine sending that left knee towards the front of your mat. Soften into the hips. Perhaps you stay here, maybe you find that 3-legged table, placing the hands on the earth so fingers are pointing towards the front of the mat. Shoulders roll back and down the spine, pushing into the right foot to lift the hips, look up at the sky. Left foot stays active. Exhale to lower. We're going to uncross the legs, find your variation of a boat pose. And then slowly lower all the way down towards the earth. All right. From here, let's find a bridge pose. So feet are going to come to the earth about hip distance apart, as close to your sits bones as you can comfortably get them. You're going to find the variation of bridge that feels best for you in your body. So maybe it's just pushing your feet into the earth, lift the hips, squeeze the inner thighs. Maybe you grab a hold of the sides of your mat. Imagine ripping the mat in half, lift the hips a little higher. Or perhaps you roll the shoulders underneath you, maybe even clasp the hands and perhaps send the hands down towards the earth, lift the hips. Try not to crunch your chin in towards your chest, look up at the sky. All right, you can stay here. I think you make it a little bit more challenging if you wish this morning. Pushing the right foot into the earth, lifting the left leg, the left foot up towards the sky, extending the leg long. And maybe you switch over to the other side, left foot pushes down into the earth. Lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bringing the right foot down towards the earth. All right, if your shoulders are rolled underneath you, slowly untucking the shoulders. Let's all slowly release the back down towards the earth. Allow the back to soften here. All right, let's bring the feet wide on the mat. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. All right, perhaps you hug the knees in towards your chest. Maybe you find a rocking motion here. Maybe you make circles with the knees. All right, placing both feet on the earth, knees are bent. Okay, so I'm going to give you a different variation of a twist. But if this doesn't feel right for you, find whatever variation feels best for you in your body. Okay, so we're going to cross the right knee over the left knee. Okay, and you're going to allow your legs to drop over towards the right side. So that right leg is kind of like a weight to pull the left leg down. You may feel a stretch here into the back, into the hip, into the thigh, the left side. Arms come out to the side, palms face up towards the sky. Maybe you look to the left. And know that if you need to, you can change into your own variation of a twist. Softening your shoulders, softening your hips. Number 32, allow healing. At a certain point, you have to realize you have permission to heal your wounds at any time you choose. Allow healing. And whenever this side feels complete for you, allowing your legs to come back to center. Uncrossing the legs and then crossing left knee over right. And allowing the legs to drop over towards the left side. Perhaps you look to the right. Realize that you have permission to heal your wounds at any time you choose. So maybe that means you wait. Maybe it means you're ready. Once this side feels complete for you, allowing the legs to come back to center. Uncrossing the legs. All right. So I invite you to find any final pose here that feels right for you. What is your body asking for? So we have about a minute here to find whatever it is that you wish to find. All right, we're about halfway through. If you have another side or another shape you'd like to come into, once this movement or shape feels complete for you, finding Shavasana or any final resting shape here on the earth. Taking deep inhales in through your nose, into your diaphragm, and long, slow exhales out. Allow life. Number 28. Allow life. You could die one day knowing you've never really lived, or you can live today knowing at any moment you could die. Allow life. How can you live your life to the fullest today? Is there something you have been waiting to do, something you've been wishing to do, something you've been wanting to tell someone? Maybe today is the day to do it. Or maybe today you just remember to tell your loved ones how much you love and care for them. Allow life. Can you live life to its fullest today? Again, connecting to the earth beneath you, feeling the touch points of your body on the earth. As you exhale, let go of any tension that you feel in your body. Perhaps starting from the crown of your head, allowing your head to sink and settle into the earth. Softening the forehead. Imagine being able to soften both the inner and outer ears. Sorry. Notice what happens with the upper jaw, allowing it to soften, relaxing the lower jaw, letting go of any tension you feel in your shoulders, in your arms, hands and fingers. Allowing your back to melt towards the earth. Allowing the hips to soften. Feeling the legs relax, letting go of tension. And softening in the feet and in the toes. All right, so I'm just going to go over the cards again. So take what resonates with you today. Maybe it was your card, maybe it was someone else's card, and just leave the rest behind. Number 2, allow death. Things die when they have nothing left to teach you. Let it go. 16, give. Give someone all the things you wish someone had given to you. Or perhaps give yourself what you wish someone had given to you. Thirty-three, be poised. There is nothing that can stop you when you're aligned with your truth. Trust in your path. "32, allow healing. At a certain point, you have to realize you have permission to heal your wounds at any time you choose. And 28, allow life. You could die one day knowing you've never really lived, or you can live today knowing at any moment you could die. How can you live your life to its fullest today? How can you allow life? So perhaps you allow this to be an opportunity to replenish, to honor your body, your mind, and your heart. Noticing the touch points of your body on the earth. Noticing any sounds around you. Perhaps it's the sound of your own breath or your heartbeat. And I invite you to take a moment here to find gratitude. Gratitude for your day, your life, your practice, your body, which allowed you to be here today. And then bringing some small movements into your body. Perhaps those small movements become bigger movements. In your own time, rolling over to one side, whichever side is calling for you. And then slowly making your way up to seated. And once you get there, lowering or closing your eyes. Taking deep inhales in through the nose, into the diaphragm, and long, slow exhales out. I honor this practice of yoga, all the teachers who have brought this beautiful practice to us. I honor this virtual space that we are in that has allowed us to come together today and to practice. And I honor all of you for showing up, for being here today, even if the only thing you did was breathe. Thank you for joining me today. Have a beautiful weekend.